morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Samyouwell's professional workshop located in his garage. It is a lovely summer's day, as you can see. So not much room for riding today, so I thought I might as well get started on some of the maintenance videos. And today, children, we will be looking at idle speed. You will need for this exercise both a screwdriver, a little one like this, and some keys and a bike on which to perform your maintenance. Let's just stick them both in there again, nice and safe. So if you would please turn to page 89 in your textbooks, and Sam, would you please read aloud for the rest of the class? The adjustment must be done with the hot engine. Before to do this operation, make sure that the throttle grip has the specific clearance. In case of need, adjust the throttle transmission clearance. To do this, go to your nearest dealer or distributor Derbi. For idling adjustments, perform the following operations. Start the engine, then tighten or loosen the bolt, figure A, over here, this one here. You can't really see that, but I'll show you in person in a sec. To adjust the idle speed until you get to the specified value, 1400 RPMs plus or minus 100, so give or take 100 basically. And a little warning on the end, in case of trouble, go to your nearest dealer or distributor Derbi again. Very good. It is actually written in this kind of English. Let's see if you can see it maybe. The adjustment must be done with the hot engine before to do this operation. You know, that kind of interesting grammar. It's because Derbi is Spanish, so it's got Spanish make, so they just kind of go onto Google and type in Spanish to English translate. I would like to translate this entire manual, copy and paste, out comes the English version. So that's one of the reasons I decided to do a maintenance video, was to help anyone else who had a Derbi bike and who couldn't understand the kind of broken Google translation English thing. Anyway, so as you can see and hear, the bike is turned on. I've let it warm up for like 3 or 4 minutes or so, and the engine's fairly hot. So let's check this idle speed adjustment thingy. What you're going to be changing, if you don't know, is this thing here. This is the RPMs, and as you can see, mine is currently resting at about it's in between the 1 and the 2, so it'll be about 1700. It's supposed to rest at about 1400, but whatever. Mine's got a high blood pressure. This is idle speed RPMs is a bike's version of blood pressure, so obviously mine has quite a stressful life and a high blood pressure to go along with it. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your little screwdriver like this with a head that looks like that, so not one of those Phillips heads, is it? The cross 4 head thing. Anyway, so you're going to go to this at the right side of your bike. Hopefully you can still hear me. So this is the bit of the engine. You don't want to touch this. What you want to do is above the pipe there's this thing here, and just above there, here, is this little screw. So to change the idle speed, I should say quickly, if you're just fiddling around with this, and you don't really need to change it, make a note of your current, make a note of where that is now, because you don't want to change it drastically and lose where it was in the first place. So mine's at 1700, but I might try and get that down. So make a note of that, stick the screwdriver in there and turn it, and hopefully this will do something, because if it doesn't, I'm going to look really stupid. There we go. So I'm turning it round to the right, and the RPM's just shot up, probably to about 2000. Yeah, they're about 1900 now, and I don't know if you could hear them go up. And now we're going to turn it left and listen as the engine's ticking over kind of goes slower. Okay, turning it left. Can you hear that going down? Much slower now. So it'll probably be lower than it was before. The little needle dial thing here is taking a while to catch up with the engine itself, but now it's at about 1500. So there we go. That is how to correctly adjust your idle speed. Obviously, the higher it is, the more petrol it's going to take up when you're not moving. And it's got other things as well. I mean, it is supposed to be at 1400 for a reason. So try not to move it around too much. So remember, just right side of your bike, look for this looking thing here. Above that there will be a screw, and then you turn that right to go higher in RPMs. Listen, turning it right, it's going higher. Can you hear that? Turning it left, it's going lower. And you want to have it at about 1400, give or take 100. So mine is at about 1600 now, and it was high anyway, so I think that'll do. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit more actually. I want to try and get it down. I assume it will mean that you have to give it more throttle when you move off. But yeah, that is how to check and adjust your idle speed on the Derbi Cross City 125. One thing I will say when doing this, you're going to have your bike on the entire time, so make sure you've got good ventilation. As you can see, my garage door is closed because there are people outside and they probably think I'm talking to myself. And you know, we've already got a village idiot, we don't need another one. But I've got this door open here. So, you know, you don't want to be breathing in the fumes from your exhausts because you have to do this while the engine is turned on. So, yes, have got anything else I need to go through? Yep, just make sure it's turned on, it's been warming up for a good few minutes, it's in neutral, and, you know, I'm not a professional mechanic or anything, you know, I'm literally reading this out of the manual. I can turn this on, turn this off a second, so you can hear me. God, it's so quiet now. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a mechanic. I'm literally just reading this out of the manual and doing it as best and safe I can, because I want to get some more information out there for other Derbi users, because the manual isn't really that informative. So hopefully anyone else who has a Derbi, they can watch my vids, and hopefully it will shed some light on things if they want to start doing some more stuff on their own bike, you know, want to know more about it, because the manual isn't that concise. And that is that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of your bike's idle speed / blood pressure, otherwise it will develop coronary engine disease. And above all, make sure that you always look cool, you know, pimp out your bike as much as you want. Also, don't stick screwdrivers in your ignition thing like I was doing. That's not the best of ideas. Yeah, so don't do this. What I'm doing right now, don't do it. I'm setting a good example. Lead by example. So yeah, good video. I hope you've enjoyed it. You've been a wonderful audience, but I've been unbelievably amazing, as usual, so no surprises there. Yes, I think my next video will be air filter, how to locate, remove and clean the air filter on the Derbi Cross City 125. Because I tried to tighten the chain earlier and one of the bolts was just stuck stiff and I can't move it. And I need some oil to do the oil change, surprisingly. So give you something to look forward to. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.